Well, we're going to finish with something rather different over on Apple TV. It's a horror comedy called Widow's Bay. And here's a clip.
There is something about these seafaring towns. The superstitions, their tall tales. I find it charming myself. What town doesn't have a checkered past?
Was there cannibalism?
No.
Yes. It's not even horror movie time, is it, or anything? But yeah, here we go. This is quite creepy, actually. It really is creepy. And Apple TV doesn't do things by halves, as we know. And this really is quite dramatic, perhaps a little bit less believable at times and less credible. But if you've got that sort of sixth sense, that sort of, unsure about what else lies beyond us humans, you'll enjoy this. So Welsh actor Matthew Rhys, he plays the mayor Tom Loftus, and he wants to turn this New England island town into this big tourist destination. He wants to get people anywhere, and he wants to, I suppose, make some money for it, really. He wants to build it up and make it brilliant, and he wants to shout it from the rooftops. But they're very, very superstitious, the residents of Widow's Bay, and they think that the town's very quaint kind of appeal is actually nothing like it. It's dark forces at work, and there's lots of nasty things, and nothing but bad will come to you, when you're there. And they're completely sure that if you would start to bring outsiders in, that these otherworldly creatures will do terrible, dastardly things to them. And there's one local conspiracy theorist, Wick, and he just begs the mayor not to bring anyone in, but determined as he is, he's got some journalists involved, wants to prove to them that it's absolutely brilliant, that this one journalist from the New York Times wants to show him that this is amazing, you need to write about it, it's incredible. But soon you realise there is the dark arts at play, and that there are horrible things, and it makes you jump. There's a lot of brilliant music that's very, something's going to happen, it's going to make you jump. And I think it's really well done. I mean, Apple TV is notoriously good at pulling off things like this.
Yeah, Matthew Rhys. I mean, he's having a great career over there in the States, isn't he? But I don't think I've seen him in a comedy before, and he's brilliant in this. It's slightly, in a weird way, it slightly reminded me of sort of the premise of Jaws. So in Jaws, the kind of local officials want the tourists to keep coming to Amity, even though, and they're saying, no, there isn't a killer shark, And in this, Matthew Rhys playing the mayor, yeah, as you say, he's got this journalist over to kind of, to say this is the new Hamptons or the new Martha's Vineyard, it could be an amazing holiday destination. But, and yes, of course, when the guy arrives, he arrives unexpectedly early, this journalist, and he goes to look around the sort of local museum, and in there's all these exhibits about witches and cannibalism and things like that. So yeah, it's basically the mayor is kind of, he's desperate for things to go smoothly, but he's surrounded by all these kind of eccentric local characters who are kind of quite hard to manage. And I thought it was really funny. He's almost like a sort of Basil Fawlty-esque character in that, like, things are just conspiring against him, and he's sort of losing control of the situation and getting increasingly manic. So you don't really get the scary stuff yet in episode 1, but clearly something, there's this fog descends, and something terrible is supposed to happen when the fog comes down. And yes, you do, there is one quite scary scene in episode 1. So I just thought this was very original. It's by I think the writer of Parks and Recreation, and Matthew Rhys is just so good in it. It's delightful.
It's funny, isn't it, when you've got this sort of fear factor and comedy. They're like two genres that just shouldn't work together, but it's
Difficult
it's
to
really
do,
difficult, but it works.